As the sport of mixed martial arts continues to grow at a rapid pace, so does the amount of interest from athletes and aspiring fighters from all over the world. In the small town of Lemoore, California, stands a unique warehouse that holds tradition and the vision of the late Sam Ochoa. The Team Ochoa gym includes a ring, mats, bag, and all the necessities needed for any future MMA fighter to utilize for training. All the tools for a successful fighting career. For local fighters and Team Ochoa members Jose "Monkey" Aspirio and Anthony Martinez, the road to becoming a fighter started young with athletic backgrounds.
Well, I started off in football, man. I played Pop Warner. I played all 4 years of high school, and I played a year at West Hills after I graduated. I always loved competition.
I grew up here in Lemoore my whole life. I played Little League baseball, grew up playing Pop Warner football, and just grew up in a real athletic family. I mean, trying to compete with my older brother. He played baseball, I had to play baseball. He played football, I had to play football. He played basketball, I was way too uncoordinated to play basketball, so I never stepped on the court.
The road to victory starts in the gym. All the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. However, outside the gym comes the support from their biggest fans, family.
I got a huge family. I got a lot of brothers and sisters, and they're all kind of like me, man, you know what I mean? We're kind of rough, you know what I mean? They were all rough on me because I'm the youngest, you know, I'm the baby from the family. So I think that's where also, too, you know, I didn't mention, you know, that's where I get my desire, you know, my violence, you know what I mean? My pride, you know what I mean? Just to work hard and fight hard, you know what I mean? Because my cousins, you know what I mean? It's the way they were, you know, when I was growing up, you know what I mean?
Anthony Martinez had his own family memories, competing with his older brother throughout his youth, and finally found himself and his own identity.
As kids, we really didn't get along. I mean, he was older, I was always trying to tag along with him and his friends, and they'd always pick on me, beat me up, do all the stuff older brothers typically do, but we've never really had a good relationship. Like growing up, he always had his group of friends, I had my own. I was really never one to try to do something to like please other people or try to fit in. I always did my own thing. I mean, if you liked me, you liked me. If you didn't, oh well.
But it wasn't until both Jose and Anthony first witnessed what the sport of MMA was all about. They fell in love with the competition instantly, and they both remember their first time watching it like it was yesterday.
I believe back in the day, I think it was like 2004, 2005, when I seen on Spike TV Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz. And ever since, you know, that first fight, that's what made me really like MMA.
I remember watching some of the first UFCs when they first came out in the 90s, and I was little. I remember guys going in there with one boxing glove on, bare hand, the Gracies just destroying everyone with it and just saying, wow, this is something else. It's not just one thing you can be good at, you got to be good at everything. And I just remember sitting there with a room full of my buddies, just like, dude, one day I'm going to be doing that.
As their growing interest and love for the sport continued, they searched for an opportunity to prove to themselves that they were worthy of competing. Team Ochoa opened its doors to local athletes like Anthony and Jose. For Jose, it was doing what he could to earn his spot on the team.
And I came to practice and I was working out, you know, with Mito, with all the guys, you know what I mean? The honest truth, they really didn't teach me nothing the first 3 months because I believe they were testing me. Now I know they were testing me, but they didn't show me anything. I was like basically their punching bag, you know what I mean? So I stuck to it, and then ever since, man, they started showing me like every month after that third month, they kept showing me a move. They told me do this, do that, and then that's why I just started getting into it, man.
Anthony once again found himself following in his older brother's shadows for an opportunity to compete with Team Ochoa, but overcame it all with his hard work in the gym.
Just like a family here, they welcome anyone. They were just like, oh, you're Mike's little big brother, the one he's always talking about. I was in here, hair down to my shoulders, big old beard, just looking all like a mountain man or something. Like, I feel like my skill sets were below nil when I started, and now I feel I'm 100 times better than when I was. I even joke around with my friends like, man, if I saw myself 2 years ago, even how big and strong I was, I'd whoop myself's ass right now.
The team itself, I mean, it's growing strong. We have people, sign up. We have younger kids who are signing up who actually, want to compete. We got a lot of wrestlers coming over from Lemoore High School, from West Hills, and they're coming over to fight. So, I mean, it's developing.
On July 6th, both Anthony Martinez and Jose Espirito walk back into the cage and compete against their respective opponents at the King's Fair in Hanford. Anthony and Jose are two fighters with enormous potential, poise, and determination. Two fighters with only one goal: to be the best. Meet the new leaders of MMA in the 559. This is 559 Fights. And if it's not 559 Fights, it's just amateur MMA.